Hi guys, how you doing? Hope you're well. Assalamu alaikum. Peace to you all. It has been a while since I made the last video. It has been a while. It's been actually too long, too long. I'm gonna give you the bitter truth, right? The bitter truth. I have been a little busy, and I have been also procrastinating, and also earlier this year I went through quite a hard time, and wasn't in the mood to do a video on YouTube. Just creativity and everything, content creating wasn't on my mind at that time. So that's been dealt with. It's done, and I've pulled through, and I'm out of the end. So nothing to talk about there. What I do want to talk about is the 4 things that I've written on my channel, which is purpose, goal, mission, and change. Those are the things that I actually put on my channel, right, as the banner. Now I didn't put that there just to make it sound nice, right? It's actually a very well thought out mission statement, so to speak. And in my early videos, or actually one of my first videos, I made a video about why I quit my day job to be a filmmaker. Now, I did mention that I became a filmmaker because it was a passion of mine, a passion that I turned into a career, and I just love filmmaking, which is true. But what I didn't mention is the deeper parts of why I actually became a filmmaker. Now, for so many years, many of you can resonate, can sort of relate as well. For many years, I thought, because of who I am, I thought this is the path that I should be on, and I was doing everybody what I was expected to do. I was doing everything right, and I wasn't very good at it. I'm gonna admit, I wasn't very good at it, but I was willing to give it a go. I was willing to give it a try, and I spent a lot of years trying to figure out what I should be doing, and I thought that was my purpose. And by accident, I got into videography, and that sort of sparked something inside me, and one thing led to another. I ended up going to film school. I got my degree just a couple of weeks back. I graduated, and now I'm pursuing a career in filmmaking. Now, the reason why I became a filmmaker, now I can easily talk about cameras, products, and camera gear, tripods, sliders, so many different cameras like the Blackmagic Pro, 6K Pro, the Ursa Mini, the Sony A7 III, and the new ones that are coming out as well, the C70, the Red Raptors, and Alexas, and all these things. I could talk about these things all day long to somebody. Proper means filmmaker can geek out all day long. But the thing is, I don't want to be talking about that. I don't mind talking about this on a more personal level with somebody. But my channel, I don't want to be talking about these things on my channel, even though some film related stuff will be on my channel, but it won't be about filmmaking. It'll be why I'm doing what I'm doing. And my channel used to be called A.R. Rehan Filmmaker. I took out the filmmaker part because I didn't want to be talking about just filmmaking, right? The purpose of the what I thought is that, what I think is that I found my purpose, because I spent so many years. I spent so many years searching what I should be doing, right? Or what is expected of me. So there were a lot of things. I'm not going to try to get into it. If you know where I look, if you know who I am, then you know the path that I was on before. Now, it's a very virtuous path. It's a very rewarding path. but it's a path that all the other guys, my peers, are doing. You know what I mean? And I thought I should be doing that too because all the other guys are doing it too. So, but I wasn't good at it. I wasn't the best at it. I wasn't like my peers. They are very extraordinary. They are very good at what they do, and they are making a lot of change out there. You know what I mean? They are benefiting the community. But even though I did my job passionately and I made changes to people, to young kids who I used to teach, but I quit all that because I think I found my calling, which is filmmaking. Filmmaking is just a tool. Cameras, gears, all just tools, and a way of capturing the things that I want to actually do. And what I want to do is that in the future, in the near future actually, I'm actually on the path of doing that, is opening my own podcast and talking to people about their experiences, about their past, about their regrets, their achievements, their goals, and all these things. All the things that all the youngsters, and even people my age or older, whatever it is, can sort of relate to, and find that hope that it's never too late. For youngsters, it's very hard because youngsters are always expected to know what they're doing, like what you do when you grow up, this, that, and other. You know what I mean? But hardly any youngster knows what they want to do. That's the kids who are actually trying to do something. There's so many other children and kids out there, teenagers out there, who are not on the path. They're on the sort of pathway that could lead them towards getting shanked, prison, even worse probably, death. And I've had a lot of students in the past where they did well because I didn't give up on them, right? I did not give up on them. I was willing to not let them go, because if they leave from here, wherever here was, they will go in a very dark path. So I was not willing to give up on them, because that's what they've received all their life. Nobody has given them a chance. And I'm not gonna brag, there were so many kids out there who I thought, who everybody else thought were, sorry mate, you're not worth it, but I gave them a chance, and they've come on the right path, and they've achieved the goals that they never thought could be achieved. You know what I mean? Based on their background and the people that and the influence that they're around with. And that's when I realized that's my niche. I can, because of my background, of how I grew up with. I grew up with drugs, drug-related crimes. I grew up around violence. I grew up around very bad things. Let's just say, and I'll probably go through all those experiences on a later date, because it's big, and I know how the street level sort of kids can get up to, what they are capable of, and what way it can lead them. Because there's a friend of mine who are goners. The brains are just gone because of drugs. I got a friend of mine in Birmingham whose life is destroyed because of drugs and violence and stuff like that. So that's where I relate my background, my unique background, as the person that I am. I feel I have a unique background, a unique insight into that world, and I feel that people come to me and talk to me about these things. People who are not so keen on talking to people like me, but when they start talking to me, they understand that I'm not like everybody else. I've got a different take. I talk a little different. I don't walk the walk that they sort of walk. I talk differently. I walk differently. My background's different, and I do things differently. So they relate to that. They can see that. They can see that I'm not as like everybody else, basically. So I found my purpose, and I know what my goal is. I want to achieve a platform. I want to create a platform to create a voice for those who can't be heard, basically, and who don't want to be heard, who everybody sort of dismisses and don't give them a chance. I want to give them a voice, a platform for them to come on and talk about their experiences, talk about their sort of failures, their goals, their achievements, what they've had to go through, their struggles, and all these things. I want to give them that platform, because I feel that these people are sort of neglected. I feel these people have a unique insight into that world, and I feel that these people, with their sort of criminal background, violent background, or whatever background they come from, they can relate to somebody somewhere else in a different part of this country, probably in the world as well. And I feel that I can access that, and so that's what it is. So purpose is done, goal is done, the mission is important. The mission is to make a change in the community, make a change of all the communities that are neglected all over the country, to create a voice. So that's the mission. I want to create compelling stories. I want to create short films. I want to make documentaries, and I want to tell a story and have the narrative in our hands that it's been far too long in other people's hands that are not deserving, that pretend to be part of the community, who pretend to come in, do the research for 2 weeks and make a film, tell this is how it is. We've seen that too many times, that where our background, our communities, our society is misrepresented by other people. So I feel that I need to be stepping into that as well. And the change, so purpose, goal, mission. Purpose, goal, mission, and change. I hope by achieving by doing my purpose, I hope by achieving my goal, I hope by staying on the mission, and then hoping through all these things create a change for our teenagers, for those guys who are going through stuff, for families who are finding it hard to just get by, or raising children in this day and age, because this day and age, oh my god, it's a joke. It's a joke. I'm telling you, it's a joke. And I have 2 daughters, and I'm scared about the environment that they're in. You know what I mean? I'm scared of the community that they're going to be living in. I'm scared of the influences, the bad influences that they're going to be exposed to, and to protect their mind from all that pollution, to protect their physical well-being, mental well-being, from all the negativity, for all the bullcrap stuff that's going on in the world, especially the Western world. You know what I mean? It's scary thought. But we are here. We have to somehow find a way to be who we are, be proud of who we are, and not let all these things have an influence on our values. You know what I mean? Now, they may say, the English people or Britain, they say they have British values. We should be adopting British values. But I know, Islam, Muslims, Asians have better values than any other society that we can be, because we have Islam. The values that our religion teaches us is much greater, much more superior than any other culture. You know what I mean? Much more superior. And I'm not saying that we're going to ignore everybody else. I'm saying that we should live together and work together and recognize each other's differences, to love one another, to be with each other, rather than creating division. That you're different, I'm different, so we should be together. We should be celebrating our changes. You know what I mean? Our differences. So anyway, I could get into all that for a long time, but I could only do all that through podcasts and talking to people, because me talking on the camera, I'm not really the best at that. I'm going to be honest. I'm not very articulate. I'm not very video vlogging savvy sort of individual. I find that to be very cringy for me, in a way. Loads of guys are doing that. That's good for them. If they can do it, good. And if they are making changes and they have good intentions, then so be it. Carry on. I think for me, vlogging and portraying my daily life personally. I don't like doing that. I want to keep my private life private and my public professional life probably out there a bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's what it is. And I'm sorry again that I've not uploaded a video in a long time. I just thought I have been thinking about a lot of things of what my channel is going to be about, and I know now it's not going to be about filmmaking or film gear or cameras, all the things mate, all those things, all those videos. YouTube is saturated by all these things. You know what I mean? The latest gear, tripods, sliders, which I like, by the way. You know what I mean? I like talking about these things, but I don't want my channel to be about that. But yeah. So if you've reached this far, thanks. You know, I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate you coming this far end. And if you are a subscriber, I really thank you. I really thank you. I want to grow my channel to create a wider audience, and I want you to just follow me and see where I go, how I go it, and if you have any suggestions of anything really, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely get back to you. If you want to join my podcasts, please give me a call, email me, DM me, Instagram me, whatever, you know, just get in contact. I'll definitely get you there. I'll definitely get in touch. All right, mate. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. This is Rayhan. See you later.